Hey, summer CIS 3115 machine learning students. This is a quick introduction. My name's Tom Gibbons. I'm teaching this class this summer. It's the first day of class, Monday, May 22nd. Just want to give you a quick walkthrough of the course here. This is a small summer course. There's only 8 students in this course, so feel free to reach out to me and ask me questions, that sort of stuff. So, just a quick overview of this course. If you go to content and go to the syllabus, the whole syllabus is there and you can read through that. I won't walk through that. It's a pretty standard syllabus that I use. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Now this is an accelerated 8-week course. So it's basically a 16-week course squeezed down to 8 weeks. So there are 15 units here, and we're going to do 2 units a week. So just be aware of that. Now unit 0 is just a prep unit, talks a little bit about the course and stuff like that. Some of the course videos will talk about it as a 16-week course, but this is an accelerated 8-week course, just so you know. Here. Unit 1 and 2 we'll be doing like this. We'll kind of go over them. And they're very similar to each other, but they're slightly different. And every 2 units is a project. So it works pretty good in these 2-unit chunks. So generally what there'll be is some learning resources here, some stuff to read. There's not a textbook for this course, so I will sometimes record videos, point you to other videos or reading materials that you can do. So the learning resources will be at the start of each unit for you to go over like a textbook here. There also be, and I'll leave these up. These are, I won't be doing Zoom recordings every week. So these are the Zoom recordings from this last spring where I taught this. I lectured on Tuesday, went over all this material. So Tuesdays are usually a walkthrough of the learning materials, the learning resources. And then Thursday is a walkthrough of the learning activity. We'll get to that just a second. To have you do a little more exploring, there is an explore activity, which is usually a video or something to read or something like that. A lot of them are these little lessons here. So Microsoft, Kaggle, Google have these lessons that you can go to. So you can go here, and this is a module that you can go through and work. So you just step through, you read, you'll do these exercises. Sometimes you'll do code and that sort of stuff, work through it. And at the end, you'll get some sort of, there'll be some sort of check while you answer these questions. I'm just going to pretend I'm answering them, and I'm even going to read them. And it should tell you that you completed. And what you want to do is take a screenshot of this or a picture of this with your phone or something and submit this showing that you've done it here sometimes. So what you actually, what you want to do, let me clear that up, is at the end, you want to, where's this explore activity here? Post something new that you learned, something old, quote and question. Yeah, you don't need a snapshot of it. That's my other class. Sorry, in another class I have them post a snapshot of the lessons because not all of these will have something like that. So just write out a sentence or two, something new you learned from that, something you already were aware of that was in this lesson, a quote from the lesson, and then a question that was raised in your mind from this lesson. So you can choose this. Some of these you'll actually get badges for, and you can collect those and post them on LinkedIn and that sort of stuff. We'll talk about more of that later, but you can choose some of those activities. So each week you'll have to do one of these. Now, it used to be we had to do one for Unit 1 and one for Unit 2, but it seems like there's an awful lot of work when we accelerate this. So I'm combining them, the Unit 1 and 2 ones together here. So you just have to choose one of all of these. Something from some of the Unit 1 topics or the Unit 2 topics. And every week, you'll have to do one explore activity. Okay, after the explore activity, there will be a discussion topic that you have to post and post a discussion topic and talk about that. And then there'll be a learning notebook, and this will be a notebook you'll have to open up. We'll use something called Colab to do this, where we'll put in code and information and walk through this. And then you also have to do a write-up. So there'll be a write-up with questions. So as you go through this and run this various code, there'll be questions you have to answer regarding the code. And that's a learning activity, and there'll be a walkthrough always of those learning activities to walk you through the whole thing. So it's like here, often I'll post a walkthrough video so you can, if you want, because usually if we're in class, I would just help walk you through the whole thing so you can do that. So that's your learning activity. In class, every Thursday, we would do that. So if you ever see a Thursday lecture here, that would be walking through the learning activity also for that. So. Okay, so there's an explore activity and a learning activity, and then a discussion post and for every unit nearly. So that's unit 1. That's an odd number unit. Now, if we go to the next week, unit 2 is very similar here. Learning resources, Zoom recordings, the learning notebook or learning activity that you'll go over with a walkthrough video of that, a discussion here. Now the unit 1 and 2 discussions are grouped together. So these 2 discussions are grouped together. So you only have to do 1 discussion every week. But then there's 1 project. So rather than doing an explore activity here, you do a project, which is a little longer right up. There'll be a notebook that you'll have to work on here. And and a write-up that you have to do on that. So there's going to be quite a bit of work for this. I'll try to keep it all due and set up here, so hopefully you can walk through this and do it. But again, since it's an accelerated class, I do expect you to spend a fair amount of time on this. So feel free to get a hold of me. I'll have Zoom sessions, so I'll have postings around to my Google Calendar, for example, from the home page. You should be able to go down here to like me and click on my schedule an appointment, and there'll be to fix that. There'll be appointment times that you can then select. Feel free also to text or email me and ask me questions. So good luck.